Hey guys, how you doing? So a lot of you guys like the Mgtow videos, and me too. I'll tell you what. So this is another one of those. Right here in this little cabin here, where I'm sleeping. I've been slaying them. Man, as soon as I got back from Uruguay, it was just like all of a sudden, just you get to Sunshine Coast, you can see them like burned as everyone's out in the sun. It's hot. It's like real touristy, So I haven't even been going on like dating sites or anything. I've just been picking girls up from the beach and on the street, hey, and just been going really good this summer. It's been pretty interesting. Been to a few vagina visits. Been to gynecologist a few times, and this video is going to be called Mgtow or Mgtow, Are Women Even Worth It? And the last girl I've been with now, remember those videos on that YouTuber Pleiadian Mystique? Just like the next weekend, I pick up this 19-year-old girl and took her fucking virginity right here. Like, how would you be being 19 and on the first, like, night losing your virginity? Like, the first date, you know what I mean? I don't know what was going on with her, but she said she was really fussy. I'm like, okay, so this is just like a compliment. But yes, I've been slaying chicks in here like anything, and it's weird though, you know what I mean? The next time I saw her, like, we smashed again, and we went to the beach, and she's been real weird, and I'm just like, hold on, I'm gonna lie down. I'm just like, the same, because once I, like, decide or something, like, if I'm keen on a chick and I decide I'm keen on a chick, like, I'm not just changing my mind. I'll forgive everything. I don't really mind. I understand that the human dilemma, you know what I mean? So I always forgive everything. So once I, like a girl or love a girl or whatever, it's always like that for me, you know what I mean? And I find it amazing that for them, it's like, a week later and the mind's changed, or a text later, right? A day later. It's always so weirdly abrupt. And you're like, hold on, didn't you say all this stuff? Right? They tell you this, that, and the other. Make it like fucking that Pleiadian Mystique girl. She went to my high school. Oh, that's gonna piss me off in the video. She went to my high school, so it was really weird, like, I come back and she's the only actual girlfriend I've been with, and, real guys, we're only really going out with a chick to fuck them more. You know what I mean? Because then you've got, like, every night access. You know what I mean? And like, all the stuff that they say is really strange because it changes so quick. And it's like that thing, that old adage of, like, do women even know what they want? Like, they say they do, but the thing is, their words seem worthless. I reckon women's words are worthless. Absolute dog shit. I don't trust anything women say anymore at all. So no wonder, like, they get played so much, right? That's all I want to do now. It's all I can do. I can only play chicks because I know they're full of shit and change their mind like 2 seconds later and don't know what they want and all this. So it's just like they're not going to evolve to come out of that, because that chick, Hayley Skinner, who's the pimpess of sun-kissed girls on Sunshine Coast, running this modelling business and stuff. Like, she people know her and stuff, and she was spiritual, supposedly, right? And it just made her, she was not less annoying to be with as a woman, you know what I mean? She was just more narcissistic. And I've found that with other spiritual women too. Like, there should be an openness, and a type of openness and acceptance and stuff like that that comes with being truly spiritual. So it's very hard to like untwist all this knot. But I'm gonna think about it in another video. This one is not that video. This is just about, are they even worth it? Like, that's the video title I'm gonna put on this. And it was weird being with a spiritual girl, because she was quite spiritual and stuff, do saging and stuff, but then not realize cannabis is like the ultimate sage. Well, clearly it brought her demons out. And if she liked me so much, she wouldn't have just like dropped me off without saying anything, wouldn't have drove off when I said, hey, give me my stuff then, and she just drives off and the door slams as she drives off from the forward motion of the car. It's like almost comical. It's like, I don't know how any of that is more spiritual. It was all to me, and like saying, remember her little list? Like, she was saying, like I didn't connect with her parents enough. We were talking at dinner, and everything seemed fine. Like, they didn't seem awkward about it. One night the dad wasn't even there anyway, so I mean, it's just weird. Like, I had to fucking go play trivia that night and entertain. I always get the same thing, but like, it's like you're on a leash, you know what I mean? Like, women just want a fucking puppy dog man. Well, it's not a real man, you know what I mean? Because a real man is always very bold, right, and in their own spirit, right? They're not just going to bend over and conform, so quickly. And I see, most of these married men as just bitch men. They're just like another woman. And they act like that too. Their words are not as like, it's like not as honest, you know what I mean? And untrustworthy and shit, like a fucking woman. It's like I can't even. I just want to turn them off their sound completely these days. Because it's like just shit. Like, what was all the for instance with that chick, like Haley, what was all the planning, the future planning, and then just all of a sudden, just you smoked in my car again, and we were smoking together and stuff, so it was very strange, very weird. I think she was just super tired and moody, and she had like problems with her thyroid and stuff, but nonetheless, you still be conscious, right, of what you're doing. So yeah, it was just very strange. And then, the next week I slay some 19-year-old fucking taking her virginity and stuff, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, so now does she want to do something, like be in a relationship or something? Comes back up the next week, we fuck again in here, but then she's like just randomly wanted to go home. Well, I'm not into it. Like what do you mean? Why would you sleep with me the first time if you're suddenly not into me now? You know what I mean? It's not like I've revealed anything different of myself or anything. I'm suddenly changed or anything. So I don't know. All I'm saying is like, just another Mgtow for, are they even worth it? I'm so glad I'm not married. When I see the stresses of marriages, I just like laugh. When I was younger I didn't see it as much, but now I'm a bit older, I see it even more, and I've had friends that are married and stuff my age and so on, and you just see it even more, like the ridiculum ad infinitum, and the control is like, just like they're on a leash. Remember I made that video like in Uruguay or something about women don't want real men, they want a puppy dog on a leash. That's what they want. Whether they know that or not, it's subconscious, and it comes out within a week or two. With every single woman I have ever met, or known, or could know of in the past, history, future, they're always going to be the same. And it's like this, anxious control shit. So is it even worth it? Not for me. That's why I don't get into like a long-term relationship anymore at all. For instance, my last one was going to Uruguay, right, to be with that Veronica Zampano Blumenfeld lady, and look how that worked out. I went all the way over the other side of the world. Night one, she says, "You don't love me," and I just saw it all going downhill from there. But night one, I'm like, what the fuck? I just got here. I just flew halfway around the world for you. Right, that's a pretty good indicator of how keen I am. You know what I mean? But love to them seems to be like a molecular binding and a Stockholm syndrome type of on-call molecular cascade capture. Wherein, what's that? There's this one, not oxytocin, but I always forget the name. I've got it written in one of the pages in Consciousness in my website, but it's called I called it the bondage molecule. I've forgotten what it is now. It's not oxytocin, love molecule and all that. And there can be dopamine involved, right? And have you ever had a girl start to bark tasks and orders at you after you've just finished in bed and you're just trying to chill? Say you have sex in the midday or the morning or something, or I don't know, in the afternoon, and it's not midnight or whatever, and then there's just I don't know, I find that weird too. And there's just so many examples. It's natural for you to see, when you're walking around, a person that's attractive to you, right? And they're always trying to look who you're looking at. It's just people fucking capture your attention, another girl, yeah. Ooh. And that doesn't mean anything you're going to necessarily go over there and talk to them or try anything. You know what I mean? So it's you have to be in the frequency control, or they start to, short wire out, trip out, right? And soon the relationship will be over. Just because you were looking, you know what I mean? I don't even think it's really worth being with them. For instance, that Haley chick came over for Valentine's, and I was working and I couldn't get anything that day. She came over straight after work, and so I didn't have a card for her or a present or anything. And I got her something, a couple of days later. That's the point. I was like, aren't we spiritual? Don't we not celebrate, social fucking events? And so, I mean, she's this type of weird spiritual that is connected to Pleiadian guides, then acts fully narcissistic and weird during the day. You know what I mean? Just a normal life, just a normal OP girl. You know what I mean? Nothing different. And then celebrates, societal days and stuff. I don't celebrate any of them at all. Not even, I'm Australian, I don't celebrate Australia Day, because every day for me is Australia Day. And same with my birthday, well, hey, I'm alive, why do I need to wait for one day a year on my birthday? So I actually am completely off the Gregorian societal calendar celebrations completely. And I feel that's more spiritual, right? Because then you're being, your actual spirit continually, the spirit of the day, of whatever day, not, it's the 21st, or, some actual calendar day, and you have to do something. So for me, it's just energy that's wasted. Who cares about a Valentine's card? It's a good example, you get what I mean? Because it's a little piece of paper you're going to throw out. You know what I mean? And you could put that axiom to the whole of marriage as well. And, the old axiom of the girl taking half when you divorce and stuff. I mean, just think about this when the video stops, because my space is running out. all it is a fort for you guys, right? The video title.